Hey guys, it's your boy MKS here. Hope everyone's well. Back in another video, of course. I know I've done a few videos like this about Italian football, but thought I'd do an updated one also for the club team version rather than national team. So anyway, as with my usual lists, I'm going to try and get on with this list and not take too long if I can help it. But I hope someone out there will enjoy this video. I suppose it's mainly for football fans, especially Italian football fans. But I hope as many people watch it, and I appreciate any views and likes and sharing this video, especially with Italian football fans or football fans generally. And in the future, if I ever get enough views to make money off it, to monetize it or whatever, I'll donate that profit towards Italian football. Anywho, I know I talk a lot about the charitable stuff I want to do, so this is more like possibly you could say got a bit of a bias or a selfish version, but I think, as I've talked before about, it's important to have fun and enjoy yourself as well as helping others. So I hope to have as much fun as possible. Anyway, I'm going to get on with the list because I don't want it to be too long, as I say. Number one, I dream for Italian football clubs to be the most successful, and for Serie A or Italian football generally to have the most successful leagues, or to have the most successful league in Europe and around the world, and to win the most trophies internationally, like Italian teams in the future, to win Champions League, Europa Leagues, Champions Leagues as often as possible, Europa Leagues, Super Cups, international competitions, the World Club Cup, and all sorts of things like that. So that sort of thing. Number two, I dream for Italian football to be as united as possible, especially maybe from next year. Unfortunately, I didn't do it this year as I planned, but on the 17th of March, which is Italy's Unification Day, and of course Italy went through the coronavirus quite badly. So I did want to say, if I managed to upload a video on that day, I probably would have said I hope that they'll use those two things, like the problem they had with the coronavirus and Italy's Unification Day, to, of course, when they're playing the league, they're going to be rivals like Juventus, AC Milan, Inter Milan, and so forth. They can have those rivalries which make the game more interesting. But I hope that they'll help that Italian fans around the world and people from the Italian descent, and also Anglo-Indians like myself, and possibly other Eurasians and other groups, will want Italian football to be the most successful outside of Italy. So when they win trophies, like I've talked about, Europa League, Champions League. So when they play against non-Italian teams, the Italian teams will support each other, as well as possibly Mediterranean teams as well. I dream for people from Eurasian nations like Turkey, transcontinental countries generally, all around the world. And excuse me, if you don't know what those terms are, please Google them. But basically countries between two continents, and in Eurasian it's like between Europe and Asia, and Mid-Eastern and Mediterranean nations. I dream for them to support Italian football, and that sort of thing. Number three, I dream for big sponsors to sponsor Italian football, and also I dream to give people footballs in Italy, and the clubs and the national team, club teams and the national team, to work together, because they can both benefit each other. Like if the club teams have training facilities for young Italian players, then in the future, one, they don't have to spend so much money on buying players because they can develop homegrown talent, and two, that would also benefit the national team. So I dream for teams like Juventus, which mean youth in Italian, to make their youth facilities as good as possible, and all Italian teams do that. Like Atalanta's got a great youth team, and maybe in the Italian Football Hall of Fame, they can have the top teams that boards up youth development and that sort of thing. Four, I hope they'll develop as many ideas to improve the youth structure and just generally the football teams generally, and that sort of thing. Five, again, I hope for Italians to support each other's clubs when they're playing non-Italian teams, as I said, and even to form good relations with other Mediterranean nations and the nations I've talked about, and to have goals about how to improve Italian football generally, and they have the Italian Hall of Fame, honouring people who have contributed to Italian football, even people who might not always be that popular, like Jose Mourinho, who won a treble with Inter, and I think even and managers who have won the World Club Cups, and I think they won the World Club Cup a year later with I think it was Rafa Benitez or something like that. So any manager or coach who has won a trophy, has helped the Italian team win a European or international trophy, I think should be honoured as much as possible, and also to make heroes out of footballers and things like that. Number 6, to learn from other leagues like the Premier League, the Liga, German, the Bundesliga, and all sorts of leagues like that, and learn how to improve Italian football and how developing youth will really help, and that sort of thing. I think that was number 5. Number 6, sorry, that's my count. Number 6, I just hope for Italian football to do as well as possible. Have as like wealthy owners like Man City and Newcastle might be getting soon. Man City have already got, and Newcastle might get. So to have managers like that, owners like that, wealthy owners. Number 7, I'd love to have an opinion poll where people can talk about things like which managers like they would love to see in Italy. Like, would they love to see Pep Guardiola or Mauricio Pochettino, or people like that, which sort of managers they would love to see in Italy, and maybe have like a top 10 list of managers that people would love to see and all that sort of thing. And people from the diaspora also supporting Italian football, and I hope God will bless Italian football. I know that's a bit biased, but I don't know if God will listen, but I hope God will bless Italian football. I know I always say number 7 reminds me of the biblical number 7, so that's why I'm saying I hope God will bless Italian football. And number 8, I hope to encourage people in Italy to have a passion for football again, and to get to fall in love with football, and especially Italian football, and again like support each other clubs when they're playing on Italian teams and that kind of thing, and love each other and that via football and things like that in Italy, to also improve relations with the rest of the world through football and like practice with other countries, and even like the migrants in the country. Like, I know Rome, I played football with a lot of the migrants and things like that, Rome FC, so or whatever that name is, AS Rome, sorry. Anyway, so like to form better relations with migrants and people of different backgrounds, like people from Africa and Asia and places like that. And on that note, I'd love to encourage people from Asia to support Italian football as much as possible, Serie A clubs and all that sort of thing, and also Serie A clubs to do more tours of Asia and places like that. Number 9, I hope there'll be like an open sharing of ideas between the Italian League of how to make the Italian FA to how to make football better in Italy, more popular, and more of get more television rights and more success and finances put into the club. And number 10, again, I hope to develop youth, have youth training facilities, and again maybe the club team levels club teams can work with the national team to make sure that they enhance their to enhance youth football, so that that'll benefit both the national team and club teams, just like other countries like Germany or other countries have done. And again, if they train young players, then hopefully through the academies, then they won't have to spend so much money on buying players, and also they can make money, either save money by not having to buy players, or they make more money by selling those players on, and to bring back some of the glory days of Italian football. So yeah, I hope I counted that right, because I always fear that I miscounted, but I think that was 10 points. I sort of forgot which number I was on when I was on like 5 or 6. But anyway, please let me know what you think of this video, or any mistakes that you spotted or anything like that. And please give some likes and share with Italian fans especially, and football fans generally. And I'd love to hear what your opinions are, or any ideas you have in the comment section below. Peace out.